Hey, hello. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and this is another episode of the Getting to Clarity show, where busy women leaders come and get the tips, tools, and techniques that they need to create more success in their leadership with less sacrifice to their life. And today we are talking about how to prioritize yourself and work at the same time. So tune in. To show up successfully in your professional life, then it is critical that you prioritize yourself personally. And I can just hear you now saying, yeah, I know this. And I get that you do know it, but do you do it? It can be challenging to do when you're also working all the time and you don't have time for yourself. But if you won't choose yourself, who will? It is essential that you make time for your own well-being if you want to create success on your terms, especially in the long run. So in this video, we're going to discuss how to prioritize yourself and work at the same time. And I'm also going to offer some strategies to keep yourself a priority. You know, the key is to not prioritize what is on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. I know that you've heard this, and you, my dear, are a priority. So decision making is one of the critical skills that any great leader relies upon. So seeing the whole and then making decisions that support the whole, even when it's complicated. So considering all the facets of a situation and making the best decision from that place. So here's my question. Why don't you do that for yourself? If you aren't making decisions about your professional life without considering your personal life, then you're sacrificing who you are in the process. So self-leadership is putting you on your to-do list and making time for you. It's saying no when you need to take care of yourself, even when it's hard to say no. It's creating boundaries that you can default to when making decisions. You know, creating a framework so that you have a structure or a place that keeps you aligned moving forward. So for example, here is one of my favorite structures or frameworks that helps me with achieving what I want, which is putting me first so that I can continue to serve. So think of 3 things that you need to do for yourself every day because they're non-negotiable. They are critical to your well-being, whether that is spiritual well-being, emotional well-being, mental or physical well-being. We are more than just our bodies. So in my world, what that looks like is it is hot lemon water in the morning and then doing a meditation that aligns with my intention for the day. So while I'm sipping on the water, I think about the day out in front of me. And it's not about to do, but it's just how energetically do I want to show up in the world? How do I want to be of service to busy women leaders just like you? Then I set my intention. After that, I do a meditation that aligns with that intention for the day. And then the third non-negotiable is a walk or a bike ride, some sort of exercise. And I make sure these happen first thing because I don't know about you, but when I tell myself I'll do it later on in the day, it doesn't happen. So what are your 3? First, make them doable. And if that means a 5-minute meditation when you thought you needed to sit and chant Om for 30 minutes, then so be it. Whatever it is that you will do and be consistent with it because consistency is key. So don't change. If you're not getting the results that you want, don't change what you have picked for yourself, what your goal is, but change how it happens. So build up to what you ideally want, making it a habit along the way. So the next time that you're feeling a little overwhelmed, remember that the key is to not prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule what is a priority for you. And you get to say what that is. Because otherwise we're falling into the trap of our life being our work, right? And I know you know we are not our work. On some level, we know that consciously. But in our day-to-day actions, I think sometimes we forget and we can put ourselves on the back burner as a result of that. So last week I spoke at a women's leadership conference in DC, and I asked the question of the women in the audience, what gets in the way? What gets in the way of you getting what you want? I heard not having boundaries, not saying no, putting myself last, working too much, not turning off when I get home, and more. Wow. We may think that, hustling and grinding our way to the top is a strategy, but it's not. It's actually depleting ourselves. Now, to get what we want and to achieve our dreams, we need to be clear about what our goals are and put ourselves as a priority as we pursue them. We can't keep running on empty and expect to show up as our best selves. So if you're not taking care of yourself, you won't have the energy or the capacity, bandwidth, whatever it is you want to call it, to do the things that you want to do. And I know this because when I was in corporate, I hit the wall. And it wasn't a matter of me choosing to take care of myself. I had no choice but to take care of myself because I was so depleted. Anyone been there? I suspect that some of you have. It's time for a change. So practice saying no when someone asks for something that doesn't align with your goals or your self-care. Make sure that you identify what your non-negotiables are. What is the line in the sand? What are the things that you absolutely won't budge on? And make decisions that move you towards the highest and best version of you. So work to live, but don't live to work. One of my favorite sayings. Work to live, but don't live to work. What does that mean? Well, it means that you, my dear, have the power of choice. It means that you want to be working to support your life, not the other way around. Work is how we generate wealth, we pay our bills, we support our families, but it's not who we are. It's an element of our life. And your job should be a means to the end, not the end itself. And I get it, with any well-meaning advice, it's easier said than done. And when you think about it, in our society, we are taught from a very young age to prioritize our careers. Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? That's what they ask us when we're little kids. Then in college, we have to pick a major. We focus all of our time and energy resources in that direction, looking for things that align with it. We're told that we need to find a good job, make good money, and then do whatever it takes to hold on to it. It's almost as if we forget the rest of who we are as we do that. But what if we flipped the script? What if we started prioritizing ourselves along with our jobs? So it's not an either or, it's an and. You get to decide where you put your time, where you put your energy and your resources. And it is time that you choose in favor of you. So pick just one thing that you will do today that moves the needle in that direction, and leave a comment below and let me know what it was, because I'd love to hear from you. So until the next time, here is wishing you all the clarity that you deserve. And if you would like to start prioritizing yourself, maybe figure out the answers to your next steps, your next level, or your next chapter in your career, in your business, in your leadership, but doing it in a way that you're not losing yourself in the process, great. Then check out my free resource that I've created just for you that guides you to get the right answers for whatever is next. Go to 5daycareerclarityworkbook.com. That is number 5daycareerclarityworkbook.com, and get your very own copy and start getting the answers, the clarity that you deserve. Take care, and bye-bye for now.